On December 12th, in 1910, a young socialite left her family's home in New York City and went dress shopping. This was perfume heiress Dorothy Arnold. She left her family's home and she was never seen again. Now, Dorothy was a young 25-year-old perfume heiress, if you will. Her father was Francis Rose Arnold. He headed F.R. Arnold and Co., which was a company that brought French perfume and cosmetics to the United States. In fact, her family's lineage could be traced back to the Mayflower. These are some of the examples of the advertisements that were created for F.R. Arnold and Co. You can see the family's company name on this advertisement. Now, Dorothy was 25 years old. She was someone that was not necessarily satisfied with her station in life. She was a socialite. She grew up with a lot of privileges, but she wanted something more for herself. She was trying to become an author. She had already submitted several short stories to magazines. Sadly, they were both rejected. She even had a lover that her family very much disapproved of, but let's backtrack to December 12th, 1910. She left her family's home. She was going to go dress shopping. She was looking for a dress for her sister's debutante ball. She went to a few places around the neighborhood. She was recognized. She seemed completely normal. She met up with a friend around Central Park, later was going to walk home, but that's when people noticed she was completely missing. Her parents noticed this as something that was very unusual because she usually would have contacted them if she wasn't planning to come home for dinner. But once she didn't come home from dinner, they were a little bit suspicious. And here's the thing, her parents were so focused on what society would think about them that they neglected to report her disappearance to the authorities for weeks. It was only in January of 1911 that her case was even brought forward to the public. By this point, Dorothy Arnold was completely gone. No one knew where she was. Her lover had an alibi. Apparently, he was in Florence visiting with his family. So people had no idea where she was. People had no idea where she was. Her family hired detectives, private investigators. The public got involved, but there was no trace of her to be found. She was thought to have run away to Europe to marry her lover. They confronted him. He had an alibi. He was in Florence at the time visiting with his family, and there was literally no sign of her. By the time the public found out about the case, it was already several weeks since Dorothy had disappeared. The public was finally informed about what was going on in January of 1911. By this time,